So we all know Reassurance got nerfed pretty hard from the PTB to live servers, and yeah, I would agree it is a situational perk, but I think a lot of perks are situational, and I think this is one that has multiple situations where you can find use for it in the majority of your matches. So here are a few examples of when I've been able to use Reassurance pretty well. First of all, there's the usual face camping. It can also be used on different floors as long as you're within 6 meters. So on multi-story maps where there's not
Right?
a bunch of entryways to get to the next floor, you can actually use the perk below or above the other survivor to buy time while they're on hook for you to actually make it there so they don't
I
hit second stage or
literally
die
love this.
on your way. I've also just gotten into the habit of using it immediately as I'm approaching an unhook if I suspect the killer is nearby or I just don't have an idea of where they're at in chase with another survivor. This way, if I happen to get interrupted, then I can just run away. I don't have to risk a 1-for-1 or a unsafe unhook at all where the person might get tunneled immediately after. It allows them more time on the hook for somebody else to come get the save while I take the killer away. Also, one of the biggest mistakes you can make as a survivor is looping the killer next to a hooked survivor. And if you accidentally end up in that situation, which has happened to me a few times, Reassurance just basically negates it entirely as long as you can get away in time. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've totally already used the perk to grief AFK trolls. In fact, I would say the only time the perk actually gets annoying is when my teams seem to not realize that I have it or I'm using it, and they just go and rush for unhooks at unnecessary times, causing people to take health stakes that they don't need to, or leading to unsafe unhooks. But if I had to pick my absolute favorite situation to use it in, it was here, where this David was on first hook. At end game, we had Noed. I used it on him, and this allowed my team enough time to not only find and cleanse Noed, but we managed to actually get the save on him and get a 4-man out versus a Noed at end game, which, that's really exciting because usually Noed kind of just means everyone else leaves. This basically gave my team a lot of time and a lot of hope. So that was great. I do also think that the perk could actually be a potential counter to Blood Warden. I just haven't been in a situation yet to really test it out, like how it works in a public match.